Okay, I want to do a quick video on a couple of tokens. I'm going to do a combo video here on both Soligenic and Corium. These are both coins that are connected to the XRPL. They've been around for several years now, and both have different use cases, fundamentals underlying them. I don't currently hold either of these. I have traded these over the last several years and made quite a bit on them. With this analysis that I'm doing, I'll probably take a couple of small trading positions on them. But I want to start with Soligenic here and show you what I'm currently looking at. Again, I think that Soligenic, Stellar, some of these, I believe HBAR I mentioned a couple of days ago, all of these tokens are showing me that this was an initial wave 1 impulse and this was a wave 2. Let me just take off some of these Fibonacci's here. First of all, we came back up on this initial wave 1 off the bottom and we tapped the 50 fib retrace on the total move. Actually, let me double check that. Pull that. Yeah, so the 50 fib retrace there. And yeah, Soligenic is a strong token. There's no doubt about that. If you come in here and you pull a fib to see where we retraced to, then we came and we struck perfectly the 618 fib level retrace, which is typical on a wave 2 for tokens. But yeah, you can't ask for a better fundamental technical setup. If you were watching this token during its drop for wave 2, you would have been a buyer there. We've had a couple of initial 1-2, 1-2 wave impulses off of that local bottom. And now we've put in the third. I think we're putting in a fourth. And I believe in line with the rest of the market, we are very bullish here. And so I believe the fifth wave for us will probably take us to a new local high above $1 or above 95 cents here. If you want to start measuring, I do believe that Soligenic could be on tap to break its internal retrace and give us prices higher than $6.60. Looking at that, what would be the estimations on these upcoming waves? Well, I think at least wave 3 would take us to 260, or if even better, $4.05. So that would be wave 3. We'll have to see where we land. I don't know if you can tell I'm smiling on this, but some of my Soligenic buddies will be very happy. Would you be happy with a $20 Soligenic? It's possible. And I guess we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, let's have the market tell us on this next wave, how impulsive is this going to be? How directly are we going to get to the 1618 or the 1886? And then from there, where are we going to end up? Are we going to end up at $13? Are we going to end up at 20? That's something that we will have to determine as we get there, seeing what the market is telling us with the underlying data. Corium would be a similar, maybe a little bit of a different target here. As you can see, Corium is not as strong as what Soligenic is looking like. Corium did show a good wave 1 impulse off the bottom, and again, I just don't think you can make the argument that was wave 1 and this was wave 3. I think this clearly was wave 1. Now the problem with Corium that I'm seeing already, this is on the MEXC chart. I believe this is the futures chart. So yeah, I don't like that wick there, but that's possible on a couple of exchanges, especially if they're leveraged, which MEXC is. So probably Corium has put in its wave 1. This is wave 2. While I don't like that, I can accept it and live with it, especially if on other exchanges we didn't take out that level there. I would see Corium at least for now, just because it doesn't look as strong as Soligenic does to me on the macro. And again, we're looking at weekly charts here. I would believe that Corium could at least come back up to its 618 retrace internally to about $2.23. So that would be a conservative target that I would look for Corium by the end of this bull market. Again, what doesn't get me excited about Corium is some of this weird price action, but let me see if I can find this on another chart real quick. I just want to see if, I guess we could go to Bitstamp Let's see what Corium looks like on Bitstamp. Okay, yeah. A lot more, what's the word? A lot more uniform in its move. And actually this is showing, okay. Sorry guys, you're just getting my brain as I'm processing this. You know, obviously we wouldn't want to take out 10 cents down here, this recent market low from several weeks ago, back in early April. We would want to start putting in some impulsive waves here to see where we go. How is that MEXC chart that different? That is crazy. This is why you have to look at different charts, especially if you're trading leveraged futures like MEXC does. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so this is where you have to look at a couple of different charts. Bitstamp is a lot more of a market, a spot market chart that I would want to look at. So yeah, 42 cents on Corium to start us, and then possibly 180. But Corium just has to start showing us something. If the rest of the market is showing us strength right now, Stellar showing us strength, if Soligenic is showing us strength, then where's Corium? So Corium could be a lagger for sure. Back in 2017 and 2018, and even some in 2021, you had rotation plays, and so the smaller caps didn't get love until the very end of the market cycle. And so that could be the case with Corium since it is a smaller market cap token. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Corium. 42 cents to start, then start looking at 126 and 180. But Corium needs to wake up and show us something here. That is just crazy, though. Go back to the weekly here. Let's see, what other Corium? Corium definitely has me puzzled. Let's go to, what would be another high volume exchange for Corium? Let me see. Coin market cap. Oh, guys, it's too early. All right. Yeah, see, it's only a $47 million market cap, guys. All log scale. Okay, so the top volume exchange for spot is BitGet. There's MEXC. So that's not a bad volume exchange to look at. I'm just trying to figure out why that is so different. You see that? Wait a second. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's not as bad. Never mind. No. It still doesn't make sense. So if you come back here to 11 November, okay, we put in that initial wave 1 along with the rest of the market. 42, 43. But that was May. Am I looking at the same token? I'm so okay, so that would be that there. Yeah, the price action is just completely different on these two tokens on the weekly. Can you see that? So, yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to overly dig into this just for sake of time. Sorry, guys, this is a little slow moving. I'm going to have to dig into Corium more, but I would say at least 42. I just need to study this token a little bit more. It's giving me a headache, and it's too early in the morning. So yeah, Soligenic, you got your numbers there. Corium, it is throwing me. So I'm going to have to look at that one more. But anyway, hope that helps. And yeah, follow, subscribe, like this video if it was helpful. And if you're a Corium or Soligenic holder, I wish you the best of luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. Certainly Soligenic is looking stronger with the rest of the market. Currently, Corium seems to be lagging. So just keep an eye on that 10.5 cent area. I wouldn't want to see us lose that, but it looks like we're putting in a rounded bottom here, and hopefully we'll be off to the races soon and come up to 32, 42, and then hopefully by the end of this market, we'll get up into those $1.50, $1.80 ranges. All right, talk soon. Thanks.